Good morning يا جماعة ازيكم عاملين ايه؟ النهاردة إن شاء الله today we're going to discuss polygons. It's supposed to be a very easy topic, short topic. It shouldn't take a lot of time. The only resource that I need for today is the notes. So please have your notes ready and open them to page number 181. Now, as we said, today's topic, as you can see, is called polygons. And first, let's start by the definition of the word polygon. What do I mean by a polygon, or what is a polygon? A polygon is simply a geometrical shape that is made out of three sides or more. يعني لأن طبعا يا جماعة احنا عارفين إنه two sides connected together form an angle. So a polygon is a geometrical shape that is made out of three sides or three lines and more. تمام. فدي أول حاجة قلناها the definition of a polygons. تاني حاجة محتاجين نعرفها في البيج دي, the second thing that we need to know in this page over here is according to what criteria do we decide what is the name of the polygon. على أي أساس بحدد اسم البوليجون. We decide the names of the polygons according to the number of sides. And there's a very important letter that I'm going to introduce today, which is the letter N. لأنه the letter N represents the number of sides. تمام كده? So if the number of sides is equal to 3, then the polygon is called a triangle. مش equilateral ومش scalene ولا isosceles. These are the types of the triangles. We are talking about the general names. Do you have to know the general names? Of course, you have to know the general names. A three-sided polygon is a triangle, four-sided a quadrilateral, and then quadrilaterals classify into squares, rectangles, parallelograms, rhombus, whatever. Five-sided pentagon, six-sided hexagon, seven hepta, octagon, which is eight-sided polygon, and the nine-sided polygon is called the nonagon, and then the decagon is a 10-sided polygon. Any polygon that has more than 10 sides would be called مثلا 11-sided polygon, 12-sided polygon, 13-sided polygon, and so on. So from this page over here, what did we introduce? We introduced the definition of the word polygon and how do we name polygons. I'm going to move on to the whiteboard just to share information with you that you should know, which is very important. اللي هي the types of polygons. The types of polygons. احنا قلنا أساميهم. دلوقتي we will move on to the types of polygons. Polygons classify into regular polygons, وهنقول إيه هم irregular polygons, and then polygons that are not regular or irregular, whatever we are going to name them. The irregular, not regular. Now, what is a regular polygon? A regular polygon is a polygon or a geometrical shape in which all sides are equal and all angles are equal as well. For example, an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. يبقى تاني, what is a regular polygon? A regular polygon is a polygon that has equal sides and it has equal angles. Equal sides and equal angles. For example, an equilateral triangle. Another example, a square. A square is a four-sided shape in which all the sides are equal and all the angles are 90 degrees. ممكن كمان يا جماعة يبقى عندي regular hexagon. عادي جدا. يبقى all the sides are equal and all the angles are equal as well. And then we have the polygons that are not regular. Irregular polygons, not regular polygons. Polygons that have simply different sides and different angles. وطبعا لما بقول different sides يعني the sides have different lengths. لما بقول different angles يعني the angles have different measures or different values. For example, a scalene triangle. A scalene triangle is a triangle that has three different sides. طبعا since it has three different sides, then the angles are different. برضو rectangle. هتقولي لي يا مس بس الريكتانجل all the angles are equal. ماشي, all the angles are equal, but the sides are not equal. So what did we discuss in this slide over here? We discussed the types of polygons. Only they classify into regular, not regular. What do I mean by regular polygons? Regular polygons are polygons that have equal sides, equal angles. And then we have the not regular. They have different sides and different angles. And we discussed examples of each. Moving on to another slide, لأنه دلوقتي هناخد الtriangle as an example. I'm going to take the triangle as an example لأنه في حاجة مهمة جدا محتاجة إن أنتوا تفهموها كويس قوي. The types of angles that we have in any polygon. Types of angles in polygons. Types of angles in polygons. معلش يا جماعة أحيانا القلم بيعلق لو بس الكتابة بتبقى متأخرة شوية. طبعا what applies on triangles applies on every other polygon other than one theorem that I'm going to explain at the end. هناخد triangle زي ده. طبعا أي triangle في الدنيا يا جماعة or any polygon has angles that are inside the shape, the geometrical shape. Angles جوه التراينجل. يعني ادي عندي واحده اهي وادي الثانيه وادي الثالثه. So the angles that are inside the polygon are called interior angles. Interior مش interior، انا بس بحب ادلعها شويه. Interior angles. So what are the interior angles? The interior angles, they are the angles that are inside the shape. Applies on triangles و applies on other polygons برضو. هنأسيوم مثلا دي هنا عندي 70 degrees ومثلا for example دي هنا عندي 60 degrees. طبعا we all know that the sum of the interior angles of any triangle في الدنيا is equal to 180 degrees. So if I want to find the remaining angle, simply what I would do is that I would add the 60 and the 70, and then I would subtract the sum from 180, and then I would get an angle of measure 50 degrees. So these are the interior angles. Now the n of this polygon is equal to 3. And let me remind you by what does the n stand for? The n stands for the number of sides. Now, what do we notice? We notice that the number of sides of a triangle is equal to 3, which is the number of the interior angles. So if the shape has 4 sides, it has 4 interior angles. 5 sides, 5 interior angles, and so on. Now, what is the other type of angle that I want you all to understand very well? The other angles, the other type of angle that we have in any polygon are the exterior angles. And what do I mean by exterior angles? Exterior angles are angles that are outside the shape. أيوة يا مس outside يعني موجودين فين؟ ركزوا معايا يا جماعة في اللقطة دي. إحنا اتفقنا قلنا إنه the number of sides is equal to the number of interior angles is equal to the number of exterior as well, equal to the number of exterior. طيب, where are these exterior angles and how do I create them? ركزوا بقى في اللقطة دي. هنروح عند الانتيرير دي. نخليها كده in orange. This interior, if I take a side of this interior angle and I extend it, يبقى I will pick a side of this interior angle and I will extend the angle between the orange and the red is an exterior angle. طبعا, as you can see, this interior and the exterior, they form a straight line. And angles at a straight line, طبعا, they sum up to 180. So if I want to find the value of this exterior angle, 180 minus 70, which is 110. And this is the first exterior angle. مش عارف أنا مش لاقط اللي انتي بتقوليه ده. Let's say it again. Let's move on to another interior angle that I have in this triangle over here, which is this angle of measure 60, this black angle over here. This is an interior angle because it's inside. Since this is an interior that is inside, it must have its exterior. لازم يكون في الاكستيرير بتاعها. طب فينها الاكستيرير دي؟ How do I create this exterior angle? if I pick a side of this angle and I extend it بالشكل ده هاخد side وامده كده. The angle between the black and the red, the angle between the black and the red, this is another exterior angle. The angle created between the extension and the other side, the exterior. وطبعا زي ما انتم شايفين يا جماعة, this is a straight line and the measure of a straight line angle is 180 degrees. وطبعا if I want to find the value of this angle over here, 180 minus 60, which is 120. And this is the second exterior angle. This is the second exterior angle. Now I'm just going to erase this هنا عشان أنا محتاجة السبيس ده. تعالوا بقى نشوف where is the third exterior angle. طبعا logically the third exterior angle would be at this angle over here, which is angle of measure 50. طبعا how do I create the exterior angle؟ زي ما قلنا يا جماعة, pick a side, extend it, اخد side وامده كده. The angle between the red and the purple, this is another exterior angle. The angle between the extension and the red is an exterior angle. And again, how do I find this angle over here? Since these two angles are on the same straight line, they create 180. How do I find the remaining angle? The remaining angle is to be found by 180 minus 50, which is 130 degrees. ما المستفاد من هذه السلايد? What is the moral of the story? What do I need to know from this slide? From this slide, you need to know that the number of sides of any polygon is equal to the number of interior angle is equal to the number of exterior. So we took the triangle as an example. Since the triangle has 3 sides, so it has 3 interior angle and three interior angles and 3 exterior angles. This is one thing that you have to know. The second thing that we conclude from this slide over here is that let's look at the exteriors. Exterior 1, exterior 2, exterior 3. تمام? 110 plus 120 plus 130. The sum of exterior angles of any polygon في الدنيا is equal to 360 degrees. The sum of exteriors is equal to 360 degrees. أيا كان البوليجون. The sum, احنا زي ما اتفقنا يا جماعة, احنا واخدين التراينجل ده as an example. Okay, but this applies on all polygons. So the sum of exteriors of any polygon is equal to 360 degrees. What is the definition of the exterior? The exterior is the angle created between a side and an extension. Side, extension, side, extension. تمام؟ يبقى ثالث حاجة محتاجين نعرفها قبل ما I move on to another slide. بس الثيورم اللي أنا هقولها دي, يعني this theorem that I'm going to discuss applies on triangles only. This theorem that I'm going to discuss, and I'm just going to say it يعني من باب المعلومات العامة. يعني you want to use it, okay. You don't want to use it, you don't have to. But again, this theorem applies on triangles only. لو جينا ركزنا يا جماعة كده في حاجة, if you look at this exterior angle over here, 110, لو جينا خبينا الانتيريور بتاعتها, يعني كأن دي مش موجودة كده. What do you notice? You will notice that the value of this exterior angle is equal to these two plus بعض. 110 دي is equal to 60 plus 50. تمام؟ طيب تعالوا نعمل undo كده وناخد another example. ناخد another exterior. ناخد مثلا دي 130. Let's just ignore الانتيريور اللي جنبها. خبي الانتيريور اللي جنبها. هلاقي انه 130 is equal to 60 plus 70. The exterior angle is equal to the opposite interior. The exterior angle is equal to the opposite interior. خليني اقولها بطريقة ابسط من كده كمان لو حابين. 120 دي اهي. This is the third exterior. خبي الانتيريور اللي جنبها. 120 is equal to the sum of these two. خبي الانتيرير اللي جنبها. ال 120 is equal to the sum of the opposite interior. If I want to write this theorem بقى as a proper theorem, هنقول the exterior angle. وقلنا زي ما اتفقنا this applies in triangles only. The exterior angle مش angles is equal to the opposite interior. Is equal to the opposite interior. في ناس بتستعملها في ناس مش بتستعملها زي ما قلت لكم. It is totally up to you. يبقى احنا كده خلصنا السلايد دي وخلصت الحاجات اللي انا عايزه اقولها. Now I'm going to apply what we said over here but on an equilateral triangle. طبعا what is an equilateral triangle? An equilateral هنا في ال equilateral triangle is a triangle that has equal sides, therefore it has equal angles. طيب طبعا we all know that the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. طبعا if I want to find the value of each of these interior angles, since they are equal, you just divide by 3. So the value of each is 60, 60, and 60. طبعا this equilateral triangle is a regular polygon. Why is it called a regular polygon? Because all the angles and all the sides are equal. تعالوا بقى نشوف الاكستيريرز كده ايه اخبارهم. طبعا الانتيرير دي ليها الاكستيرير بتاعتها. How do I find the exterior angle? 180 minus 60 which is 120. نيجي هنا نيجي للاكستيرير الثانيه برضو دي 60. So what do you think? طبعا لازم الانتيرير تبقى سوري انا اسفه لازم الاكستيرير كمان تبقى 120. Let's move on to the last exterior. Now, what do you think the value of this last exterior would be? كمان, it would be 120. Since the interiors are equal, definitely the exteriors are equal. So, what is the difference between this slide and the previous? تمام? In the previous slide, اللي هي دي, since the interiors are different, the exteriors are different. But the sum of the exteriors is still 360 degrees. وحاجة كمان حابة أزودها هنا إنه any interior angle plus its exterior is always equal to 180 degrees. Now these two, they are called adjacent angles. They are called adjacent angles. And adjacent angles are supplementary angles. Supplementary, meaning the sum is 180 degrees. تمام كده؟ يبقى هنا زي ما قلنا يا جماعة أي interior مع الexterior بتاعتها. يعني مش أي interior مع أي exterior. They equal to 180 degrees. طيب, let's look at the equilateral triangle or at the regular polygon. What's the only difference? The only difference is that all the exterior angles are equal, but the sum of the exteriors is still equal to 360 degrees. إلا وبرضه نفس الكلام. أي interior والexterior بتاعتها 180. أي interior والexterior بتاعتها 180. Or الكلمة اللي أنا لسه قايلها من شوية اللي هي supplementary. Supplementary means they add up to 180 degrees. So the difference between regular shapes and irregular is that in regular polygons, all the exteriors are equal. All the exteriors are equal. And from here, we conclude very important rules. And these rules are related to exterior angles and they are related to regular only. طبعا أنا هعمل summary للrules بتاعت الدرس ده وهنحل عليها لأنه للأسف all the rules of this topic must be memorized by heart. From this specific slide, we conclude that لو أنا أخذت the sum of exteriors and I divide by the value of one exterior angle, يعني لو أنا أخذت التوتال عملت divided exterior واحدة, what do you think the answer will be? 3. which is the number of sides. So 360 over exterior gives the number of sides. طب العكس بقى 360 over the number of sides will give you the exterior angle. 360 will give you the value يعني of the exterior angle. 360 over the number of sides, and remember that the number of sides is represented by the letter N, will give the value of the exterior angle. But these rules قلنا apply on regular بس. Let's move on بقى to a slide and represent all the rules that we're going to use in this topic over here and then start solving. لأن يا جماعة المسائل مش كلها triangles. المسائل any shape with any number of sides. تمام كده؟ طيب we are going to introduce the rules that apply on any polygons. أي polygon في الدنيا. Whether this polygon was regular أو مش regular. زي ما اتفقنا البوليجونز عندنا مش لازم تبقى 3 sided بس، يعني ممكن تبقى more than 5 sides 6 7 8. Let's assume I have a 6-sided polygon, a hexagon. وجيت قلت لكم أنا عايزة the total sum of interiors. يعني عايزة أعرف ده plus ده plus ده plus ده plus ده plus ده كله equals لكام؟ التوتال جه منين؟ تمام؟ The total interior angles. طبعا هنحل على الكلام ده. The first rule that you have to know and memorize by heart. وطبعا يا جماعة الرولز دي بيبقى ليها reasons هي جاية منين. فأي حد اتفرج على فيديو وعايز يعرف الرول دي جت منين، تمام؟ ممكن أقولها لكم كده في آخر الفيديو سريعا، هقولها له طبعا. The first rule that we are going to introduce today that applies on all sorts of polygons is the sum of interiors. واحنا already خلاص شرحنا الفرق ما بين الانتيريور والاكستيريور. The sum of interiors. The sum of interior angles of any polygon في الدنيا can be found by this rule n minus 2 times 180. And طبعا n, as we said, represents the number of sides. n minus 2 times 180. طبعا, as we said just like minutes ago, the sum of any exterior angles of any polygon is equal to 360 degrees. أنا هحط جوه cloud rules. وطبعا هنرجع للنوتس ونبص عليها. ثالث حاجة محتاجين نعرفها that applies on any polygons في الدنيا is that any interior angle plus its exterior. يعني زي ما بقول لكم مش أي interior مع أي exterior. any interior angle plus الexterior بتاعتها السم بتاعهم is equal to كام؟ السم is equal to 180 degrees. So this is the only rule that you have to memorize for all sort of polygons. ودي معلومات لازم نبقى عارفينها. نيجي بقى على polygons that apply to regular shapes only. regular بس. وشرحنا برضو يعني ايه regular polygons. قلنا regular polygons are the polygons that have equal sides and equal angles. Now, sometimes you might be asked, يعني مثلا زي مثلا ما قلنا من شوية, let's assume أنا عندي pentagon. والpentagon ده regular. regular يعني all the sides are equal و all the angles are equal. جيت قلت لكم أنا عايزة one interior angle. عايزة واحدة بس. How do I find the value of one interior angle? The rule used to find the value of one interior angle is, ما خدوا بالكم يا جماعة، لو أنا عندي sum، يعني مثلا خلينا ناخد the whole triangle as an example. الsum بتاع الtriangle is 180. If I divide the sum by the number of sides ما يطلع لي الواحدة بكام. So basically what I'm trying to say is that if I want to find the value of one interior, واحدة بس, I will take the sum of the angles and I will divide it by the number of sides. وبليز يا ريت ما ننساش the letter N. طب ما السم احنا لسه قايلين من شوية اهو. This is the rule of the sum. So to find the value of one interior angle, you take the sum of all angles divide by the number of sides. وده بنستعمله في الريجولر بس. تاني بأكد في الريجولر بس. And then we have the exterior angles اللي احنا لسه قايلينهم من شوية اللي هي برضه used in regular only اللي هي if I take 360 and I divide by the number of sides, I will get the value of the exterior angle. Or if I take 360 and I divide by the exterior angle, I will get the number of sides. طبعا اللي أنا عايزة أقوله إنه اللي فوق دول اللي هم 1 2 3 they apply on all polygons. Regular بقى مش regular, they apply on all. اللي تحت دول they apply on regular only. They apply on regular only. They apply on regular only. تعالوا بقى نروح على النوتس ونبص كده نشوف examples وايه الحاجات المهمة اللي انتم محتاجين تعرفوا مكانها في النوتس. هو ليه كل شوية يفتح لي الشات؟ Okay, new share notes. Let's look to the notes. احنا we discussed this page already and then we moved on to the slides. اهو ادي الرولز يا جماعة هنا عندنا اهي. تمام. If you look at this page over here, page number 182, n minus 2 times 180. This is used to find the total. تمام. And it's used for any polygon. And then we have n minus 2 times 180 over n. This is used to find one interior and only. أهم يا جماعة دول. If you go to page 183, these are the exterior angle rules. 360. خليني بس أكبر هنا. If you want to rewrite them يعني. 360 over the exterior gives the number of sides, and then we have 360 over the number of sides gives the exterior angle, gives the exterior angle. وطبعا لو عايزين اهو عندنا الوايت بورد دي rules اهي ممكن you can just use this as a reference for the rules that you need. نرجع بقى للنوتس ونشوف كده شوية examples. محتاجين نقعد نحل بقى شوية على الكلام اللي احنا اخدناه اهو. فاحنا دلوقتي ناقص لنا 2 pages بالعدد هنعملهم ونحل عليهم ويبقى خلاص خلصنا على كده. طيب if you can please open your notes to page number 1 دي page كام؟ 84. confusing ليه؟ لأنه if the shape is regular لو الشيب regular هيقول لي regular. هنا مثلا question A بيقول لي work out the sum يعني the total of interior angles of an octagon. طبعا first you have to ask yourself الoctagon ده is how many sides. طبعا الoctagon ده is 8 sides يعني the n is equal to 8. أنا هحط الرولز هنا قدامنا أهم. The first is n minus 2 times 180 ودي بتاعت التوتال. And then we have هم مفيش غيرهم دول n minus 2 times 180 over n. بعد كده عندنا the third اللي هم exterior rules 360 over the exterior angle gives the number of sides. وبعد كده عندنا the fourth 360 over the number of sides gives the exterior angle. فأنا هم حطاهم كده قدامي وهنشوف. طبعا هنا ما قاليش this is regular وقال لي this is sum يبقى أنا طبعا definitely I will use rule number 1. All that you're going to do is that you're going to replace the n with 8. يبقى احنا هنا هنستعمل rule number 1. فهتبقى 8 minus 2 times 180. طبعا this is a step that you have to show in exams. طبعا calculator 6 times 180 which is 1080. يعني ايه بقى 1080؟ يعني زي ما اتفقنا الoctagon has 8 angles. angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 الثمانية كلهم على بعضهم 1080. نيجي بقى على question B. What does question B say? Question B says work out the size of an interior angle. والميزة عندنا in the British system إنه angles يعني plural angle يعني angle يعني there is no confusion. وهنا قال لي regular hexagon. So since it says regular I am allowed to use any of the four طبعا هنا first you have to know the hexagon is how many sides. The hexagon is 6 sides, so the n is equal to 6. The n is equal to 6. تمام كده. طبعا هنا قال لي work out the value of an interior angle. بدل قال لي angle واحده بس يبقى انا I'm going to use rule number 2. تمام. طبعا n is the number of sides, so basically I will just substitute the n with 6. So 6 minus 2 times 180 over 6. One step on the calculator على طول. Do you have to write the working out? Of course you have to طبعا. على 6 فهنا هتطلع لي 120 degrees. This is the value of one interior angle only. جه بقى هنا قال لي question C. Work out the size of each exterior angle of a regular 10-sided polygon. بما انه قال لي regular فهو سهل لي الدنيا جدا. تمام؟ بدل قال لي regular وهو بقى المره دي عايز exterior يبقى انا I can use the exterior rules. If I take the 360 and I divide by the number of sides I will immediately get the value of the exterior angle. فهنا هتطلع لي على طول هنا 36 degrees. تمام؟ أو لو عايزين ممكن we can find the value of the interior angle الأول وبعد كده أعمل 180 minus. بس طبعا دي طويلة مش أكيد مش هنعمل كده. لو أنا عندي رول أستعملها على طول. نيجي بقى على question number 2. معلش يا جماعة question number 2 في mistake كده صغيرة. I want you to change it. هنا بيقول لي the size of each exterior angle. Please cross out this exterior and write interior instead. Write interior instead. تمام؟ هنا بيقول لي the size of each interior angle of a regular polygon is 156. Work out how many sides does it have. المسائل بتاعت number of sides بتيجي كتير قوي 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 قوي. ومعظم الأسئلة لما بيطلب مني number of sides بيطلب مني number of sides of a regular shape. ممكن يطلب number of sides of an irregular shape. It's totally up to you. المسألة دي بتتحل بطريقتين. كل واحد يختار الطريقة المريحة بالنسبة له. أنا هشرح الطريقتين بس طبعا الطريقة دي هي الفيفوريت بالنسبة لي. Whenever you حتى هتلاقوا النوت بتاعتها مكتوبة أهي page 183. شايفين دي هنا كده؟ So if you're asked to find the number of sides of any polygon, find the exterior angle first, then use the exterior angle rules. And I'm going to highlight it حتى. Okay. Oh. So remember, if you're asked to find the number of sides, find the exterior angle first, then use the exterior rule. How do I find the exterior angle? احنا لسه يا جماعة قايلين من شوية إنه any interior في الدنيا plus the exterior بتاعتها is equal to 180. So if I want to find ايه ده ايه اللي حصل؟ هو ده اتقلب ليه؟ ثانية واحدة يا جدعان في حاجة بس بتاع ده لف كده. اوكي. تمام. So if I want to find the value of any exterior angle كل اللي أنا هعمله إن أنا I will subtract the interior from 180. لأن إحنا يا جماعة لسه قايلين من شوية إنه any interior plus the exterior بتاعتها is 180. So find the exterior angle first, which is 24, and then use the exterior angle rule. اللي هو to find the number of sides of any regular polygon. Simply ناخد 360 divide 360 by the exterior angle and you will get the number of sides. 360 divide the exterior angle and you will get the number of sides immediately. يبقى تاني ايه اللي حصل هنا؟ I was asked to find the number of sides of regular polygon given the interior. أنا قلت له استنى عندك أنا مش عايزة الانتيرير أنا هجيب الاكستيرير. How do I find the exterior angle first? 180 minus interior اداني الاكستيرير and then I use the exterior rule. اللي هو 360 divide by the exterior gives the number of sides. دي طريقة. الطريقة الثانية which is مش غلط برضو اللي هي I will use the interior angle rule. هو هنا قال لي that this is the value of one angle of a regular polygon. So basically what I'm trying to say is that n minus 2 times 180 over n is equal to كام? To 156. لأنه this is the rule that you will use to find the value of an interior angle اللي هو مديها لي. فالrule equals 156. طبعا I will have to solve it as an equation. I will cross multiply or I will move the n by multiplication. فيبقى عندي n minus 2 times 180 equals 156. أنا عايزاكم بس تشوفوا يا جماعة الستبس كتيرة قد إيه. طبعا ممكن expand هنا فهتبقى 180n. طبعا expand by multiplication. Minus 360 equals 156. And then هوديها الناحية الثانية بقى 156 plus 360 divide 180. لا أنا عاملة إيه؟ n minus 2 times 180 equals 156. هنا 156n. شفتوا عشان وانا بحسب لقيت ان انا عملت حاجه غلط. وديت ال n الناحيه الثانيه بالمultiplication so 156n. طبعا I will have to collect the n's on one side. So again معلش يا جماعه من الاول. n minus 2 times 180 over n equals 156. I move the n to the other side by multiplication so it's 156n. انا نسيت ال n. طبعا وهنا عملت expanding 180 times n 180 times 2. Collect the n's on one side. 180n minus 156n and then move the 360. واخدين بالكم كام step؟ عشان كده بقول لكم اللي بالاخضر دي بالنسبه لي الطف بكتير. 180 minus 156 which is 24n equals to 360. ولو خدتوا بالكم هتلاقوا ان انا هنا اجيب الان ازاي برضه. 360 على 24. طب ما هي في 3 ثواني. ف يعني I just gave you the option if you want to use it. طبعا I wouldn't recommend that you use it at all. أنا دايما وجهة نظري إنه if you're asked to find the number of sides of any regular shape and if you're given the interior عادي جدا find the exterior by 180 minus then 360 divide the exterior. Moving on to page 185 question number 3. هنا بيقول لي the sum of interior angles of a polygon ما قاليش regular. وزي ما قلت لكم يا جماعه اهم حاجه عندنا في الجيومتري عموما ان احنا we do not assume. لما يقول لي regular يبقى دي regular. ما قالش يبقى انا ما افتيش من عندي. تمام؟ طبعا and if you remember as I always say whenever you are given the word is then this could be considered as a key sentence and there is a chance that you can create an equation. هو هنا قال لي sum is 1800. Sum is 1800. Work out the number of sides. اجي اشوف ايه معلوماتي عن السم. معلوماتي عن السم ان الرول بتاعته n minus 2 times 180 is 1800 is equal to 1800. طبعا بقى هنا بقى you solve the equation. طبعا انا هنا I will not expand. I will move the 180 by division. اكيد يعني اسهل لي بكتير. So 1800 divide 180. So n minus 2 equals to 10. And then move the 2 الناحية الثانية فهتبقى n equals 12 sides. طبعا if you want to make sure that your answer is correct, you can substitute the n over here and make sure that the sum is equal to 1800. آخر سؤال عندنا اللي هو question number 4 which is a challenging question. صراحة أنا I want to solve this question with you وبعد كده هديكم الهوم واللي عايز طبعا زي ما كنا قلنا قبل كده in all our videos إنه any extra practice will always be in the office hours. هنا بيقول لي بقى مديني الرسمه دي as you can see. هنقول مثلا دي ارضيه مطعم اي ارضيه بتاعت اي حاجه. بس اخد بق ميه. هنقول مثلا دي ارضيه مطعم. تمام. بلاط tiles. There is a tile in a form of a square and then there is another tile in a form of a regular hexagon and then في بقى البلاطه الكبيره قوي دي اللي هي انا ما اعرف لهاش number of sides. ما اعرفش number of sides بتاعتها بس I know that it is regular. وطبعا again خلاص بقى we said it so many times what is what does the word regular stand for. So as we said دي أرضية مطعم. المطعم ده عبارة عن بلاطة على شكل square وبلاطة على شكل regular hexagon وبلاطة ما اعرفش number of sides بتاعتها. I don't know the number of sides of this tile. The objective of this question over here is to find the number of sides of this tile with the unknown n. Now, how do I start solving this question over here? دايما وانا قلت لكم الكلام ده في الالجبرا وبقوله دايما اسال نفسي ايه اللي اقدر اعمله or what is the fact that I have in this question. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to just pick this point and I'm going to see these accumulative points, accumulative angles over here. Now, how many angles do we have? We have this right angle over here. Why is this a 90 degrees? Now, I'm just going to take these three lines outside and I'm going to zoom them بالشكل ده. Now, we have three angles. We have three interior angles for the three tiles, للثلاث بلاطات. البلاطة الأولانية, which is the square, بكل أريحية, with no doubt, I can simply say that this is a 90 degree. So this is the first interior angle. Now, the second interior angle is this, the regular hexagon angle, this interior angle over here. Now, how do I, so this is going to be step number one in this question. Step number one in this question is to find the interior angle of the regular hexagon. Now, how do I find the interior angle and which rule am I going to use? This rule definitely. 6 minus 2 times 180 over 6, which is equal to 120. And step number one is finding the interior angle of this hexagon. أنا كنت قلت لكم يا جماعة من شوية إنه the objective whenever you are asked to find the number of sides of a regular shape, make it your objective to find the exterior. ممكن نلف شوية علشان نجيب الexterior دي بس في الآخر هنجيب. So let's look at the diagram now. I have the 90 degrees, which is the interior of the square. I calculated the interior of the regular hexagon. Now I want you to think a bit, and I want you to pause the video and think for 2 seconds. How can I find this angle over here? How can I find the interior angle of this unknown shape? فكروا كده. These angles are accumulative at the point. So the sum of these three angles is equal to 360 degrees. So now, to find the interior angle of the unknown shape, I can subtract the 90 and the 120 from 360. اللي زي ما انتم شايفين كلهم متجمعين عند نقطة. I can do that. اللي يخليني يعني اللي يمنع. So equals to 150 degrees. يا مس هو انت لسه مش قايله من شويه انه to find the interior to find the number of sides of any unknown shape هنجيب الاكستيرير. يا مس انت جبتي الانتيرير دلوقتي. طيب اوكي، ما انا بعد ما جبت الانتيرير بقى هعمل ايه in step number 3 as we just said so many times in this video. Any interior plus its exterior is equal to 180. So if I want to find the exterior of the unknown shape, I can subtract 150 from 180. The exterior is equal to 180 minus the interior بتاعتها. فال 30 degrees دي هي الاكستيرير بتاعت unknown. تقول لي يا مس بس هي مش موجوده على الرسمه. ولا يفرق معايا موجوده على الرسمه مش موجوده على الرسمه، هتفرق في ايه؟ Step number 4, which is the last step and the final answer, is the number of sides. According to the rules that we explained earlier today, to find the number of sides of a regular shape, if I divide 360 by the exterior angle, I can easily get the number of sides. So this tile has 12 sides. فخلينا يا جماعة كده نقول سريعا عملنا ايه هنا كده في المسألة دي. In this question over here, I was asked to find the number of sides of this regular polygon. Now, as we said, to find the number of sides of any regular polygon, it is always preferable to use this rule اللي هي 360 over the exterior. It will immediately give you the number of sides. أحيانا بنضطر نلف لفة طويلة شوية علشان أجيب exterior angle. Where did I start? Where did I start from? I started from this point over here. لقيت line والتاني والتالت. Angles at a point, they sum up to 360 degrees. Angles at a point, they sum up to 360. The objective was to find the interiors الأول. طبعا ده square فالinterior 90 degrees. مش محتاجة فلسفة. This is a regular hexagon. How do I find the interior of a regular hexagon? Using this interior angle rule. So I substituted in it على طول. 6 minus 2 times 180 over 6. طلعت الانتيرير بتاعت الريجولر hexagon. جبت الانتيرير بتاعت unknown ازاي؟ 360 minus these two. تمام؟ 360 minus these two, I was able to find the interior angle of the unknown shape. طيب بعد ما جبت الانتيرير angle بتاعته, I can easily بقى calculate the exterior. How did I calculate the exterior? 180 minus, تأكد بس ان دي هنا 150 مظبوطة. 360 minus 90 plus 120. Yes, 150. 180 minus the interior gives the value of the exterior angle. And then the last step, which is the final answer, if I divide 360 by the exterior angle, I will get the number of sides. معرفش بقى طولت عليكم ولا لا, بس أنا كده شرحت البوليجونز كلها. طبعا يا جماعة, as usual, what will be our homework that will be discussed in the office hours? The homework is classified part 2. ومحدش يسألني يقول لي البوليجونز أنهي صفحة. في index, in the index you will find البوليجونز. تحلوها كلها. If you want to solve extra, لو عايزين تحلوا مسائل extra, there is classified part 4. في عندنا classified part 4. تمام كده؟ طبعا any questions that you have for me, please prepare them in the office hours. This is a self-study video and you all know this information before. يعني المعلومات دي ما هياش جديدة يا حبايبي بالنسبة لكم. Thank you all for listening and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.